Normal. Yesterday I was on at 10:45. Um, hey guys, look, I look like I'm not dressed for rebounding, but I am. I have a story about this top. Okay, I'm gonna tell it in a second. But I wanted to remind you in about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm going to get on the rebounder and do the 10 minutes. So I just like to do a little bit of a check-in and connect with y'all and let y'all know kind of what's going on, what's happening, because I'm just getting on and rebounding. That's boring. Don't you want a little bit of like details of what's happening, how my body's changing, what I'm experiencing, and also like what's happening on my channel. So I want to give a shout out. I don't know if she's going to be watching this later, but Robin, thank you for your lovely comment. You just left me like 3 minutes ago and I just already responded, but I want to read it to everybody, okay? So I want to tell you that all comments are good comments, and the comments that are um, sweet and nice and supportive are extra good. Those are the ones I love, that fuel and feed and help encourage. I love that. I love that in life. I love doing it to other people. And of course, I love getting it. So basically, I want to share this with y'all, okay? Hi, Lydia. I don't watch every day of your rebounding, so that might make it a little more obvious to me that I can tell today visually that your body is changing. I looked back at the first video I saw of yours, day 30. So based on that, you should wear the same clothes for day 30, on day 40 or 50, so we can see how your shape is getting more fit. It might not be so obvious to people who watch or see you every day. So 30 to 38 is only 8 days. This is inspiring. Yay! The fact that I'll be patient. Wait, hold on. I'm losing track of my visual. This is inspiring. The fact I'd be patient and keep at it, because things to start to happen, and the physical health changes are getting more noticeable. Yay! I know I feel the same way. Haven't got that rebounder yet, researching brands, bungee springs. My husband is hesitant on me getting one because my back gives me a lot of trouble. So I wanted to respond to Robin both, but it's also part of the conversation that, hold on, I'm gonna step away real quick. I have to tell my Alexa to stop the time. My alarm's going off in my room for an 8:30 alarm, and I can hear it in there. Hang on. Alexa, turn off the alarm in the master bedroom. 8:30 a.m. alarm. Stop on this master bedroom. Okay, she did it. All right, cool. Ow. Oh, my knee just popped. Or something like a ligament behind the knee. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully, I don't know what that is. I have to ask somebody, but it feels like a gas bubble. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Okay, so weird. I see your comment, but it doesn't show one person on. But maybe you hopped on and then you hopped off. Good morning. Okay, so what do I want to say? Okay, so she was asking. She's the Robin, the commenter, is researching rebounders, and I am too. I mean, I've had mine for 20 years, so I'm kind of curious, like, what's the technology today, and how is it different, and is mine still good? I mean, there's things I have to be considerate about. Mine, I didn't really research or learn about rebounders when I bought mine. I just took someone's word for it and bought the one they recommended. So I'm going to tell y'all, go figure out what's right for you. But what I'm learning is that I do have the soft bounce. I have one called a foldable soft bounce Needak. And I went to the Needak official website and, saw it. Saw one like mine. So I have heard by watching shows about rebounders that the softer bounce is like gentler on the back and the knees, and because you're not hitting like a pound hard surface. So if you do have issues or concerns about your knees or your back or your hips or anything like that, definitely research the difference between a hard and a soft bounce. Now, the link that's in my videos, I'm going to have to change it because I selected the hard bounce because I didn't pay attention to the type of bounce, but I'm pretty sure I have the soft bounce that I'm working with. So I'm going to change that link later on in the admin aspect of my video. The other thing I wanted to say is they talk about the type of spring. If you get a spring that's just straight across, they say that's not as durable. And also, I think there has something to do with the bounce when you have a spring. The ones that are on mine are like bowed in the middle, and then they kind of graduate down, so they're fat in the middle. Maybe tomorrow I'll go in my garage. I have a bag of springs. I'll bring one and show y'all what a spring looks like. It's just too hard to do it on my rebounder. So apparently the bounce, the spring type, the noise level, that's an indicator. I was noticing like mine doesn't go like really awkward and uncomfortable, but I was watching someone's video. She was using I think she was using a cellulizer, and I will tell you that uh, I don't know if her rebounder was old and needed some oil or something, but it was loud. It was very loud and like ugly sounding loud, like like bed springs or something, and in an old antique bed. So definitely consider that. I mean, my rebounder is 20 years old, and I don't think it sounds like that. So I'm like happy with my Needak, and I don't know, I was reading reviews on the Needak.com website, Needak website, and people were saying like, I've been researching rebounders and this is the best one out there, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know if mine's the best one. I just know that back 20 years ago, it was considered one of the higher quality ones. And it's been good. I mean, look at me. I'm like heavy, max capacity on the thing. And so far, a spring hasn't popped. Knock on wood, wherever. I think I have wood back there. Knock on wood, a spring hasn't popped. That's why I hold on to. I mean, I hold on because I need balance, but I also hold on because I want to be able to grab if I fall through jumping. But if you have a brand new one, I don't think you're going to have like a problem. So let's see. Kathy says mine is a Beacon. Think I got it from Amazon. Spring and force and medium soft. Okay. Been through three. She said it's been through three grandsons and it's still surviving. That's funny. I have four nephews and they're all adults now, but oh my God, I totally know what it's like to have all those little kids jumping around. Okay, so two things, and then I'm getting on my rebounder. I want to just say this morning I woke up and I listened to some podcasts. I do a little meditation thing. And then, the ads come up on the YouTube channels. And sometimes I'm curious because the AI is able to feed me ads that relate to stuff I'm interested in, things I'm talking about. My phone's listening to me. So when I'm talking to my girlfriend about how I'm drinking alfalfa or whatever, then a Chuck Norris ad the next day comes up and talks about he has some kind of a drink. It's called something Kick. I want to say it's called Morning Kick. But I listened to the ad and he was talking about all the things that's in it. It just reminded me of a like Organifi product, that has ashwagandha and spirulina and chlorella and all this stuff in it. And it's just like his brand who's going to, be attracted to his market. And so it's just his version of it. Anyway, what I want to say about it, he was talking about how alfalfa is a superfood that's good for your gut. And I was like, oh, I have something that I've been drinking that my company that I have been a part of for 20 years has alfalfa. This is a chlorophyll. I'm going to pour it in here. It's green. It's a green chlorophyll, and it's like almost like the consistency of blood. So actually this will oxygenate the blood. And when my mom was doing her health walking, she used to drink one of these in the morning. I think she would just shoot it out of the little tube. But you want to put a little water in there and swish it out because there's some left in the bottom. But this is what it looks like. And I add mine to water and drink it. So if you, so what I wanted to say is it has iron and copper and magnesium in it. And those are three really big minerals. I watched a whole hour and a half podcast by this guy named something, like his name was like Morley Robbins or something like that. And it was on the Carnivore podcast with Paul Saldino, MD. And they don't necessarily have like views, but I listened to an hour and a half of that guy talk about the importance of magnesium. But he said he's a big proponent of drinking and getting magnesium in your body. But he said if you don't have copper and iron balanced right in your body, the magnesium is not going to work. So I was like, ooh, where do I find copper? And so I started looking in all of the products that I've already been a part of for 20 years. And I found that there's copper and iron in this product. It's called Evergreen. And it's basically just herbs and alfalfa. So since I'm about to get on my rebounder and do my 10 minutes, I want to oxygenate and I want to be good, have the first thing in my gut be healthy. So this alfalfa is good. So now before I jump on the trampoline, let me tell you why I have this like fancy top on. Okay. So quick story. How many of y'all like go online? You know, I used to shop at Macy's.com on, I don't really do it anymore because I don't need any clothes. I have tons of clothes. So when I was buying clothes, I would go to Macy's.com and you look at the model and you're like, wow, what a cute top. You see it online. You're like, oh, that's so cute. I'm going to buy it. So when it came, I couldn't tell what the material was, but it's a very stretchy, like this is like spandex. Okay. It's very stretchy material. It's not at all, flow. Like I thought it was this material, like where it would just kind of hang and flow on my body when I saw it online. So I bought it. I was like, oh, look how pretty. Look at these pretty colors and look at this pattern. And oh, that looks like a cool, look at all this geometric shapes and stuff on your big body might kind of do a little eye trick and make you look smaller than you are. But when I got it, it was so fitted. I mean, everything, remember, I've lost a little weight. My body's changing. So it used to be really fitted and I wouldn't wear it. And frankly, right now, I'm going to tell you, it's more fitted that I would wear outside. I'm going to wear it on my rebounder because what I want to show is in 100 or 200 days, if this thing is loose and flowing and maybe, or it's still snuggy and hugging my body, even though I'm, you'll see it better. So it's snuggy and huggy my body. And so it's too snuggy. I mean, I'm still too big here and here to be comfortable, like going to a dinner party or whatever, wearing this top. But as I get smaller, as my boobs get smaller, my stomach gets smaller, the fact that it has this big diamond, I mean, when you have a bigger stomach, that just brings out the big stomach with that diamond right here. So when I'm thinner and I'm able to pull it down, the diamond's going to be lower. Everything's going to like fit better, but it feels so good. So I've never worn this shirt. I bought it and I've never worn it because I'm not going to wear it outside. And I was going through my closet trying to see what clothes are fitting me differently. And I put this on and I was like, I'm going to rebound in that because it, number one, it's cute. I'm in my house. I'm not leaving the house. And I'm trying to wear clothes so that in 200 days, we can see a difference. Now, of course, you're not going to see it in my arms, but you're definitely going to see it right here. Okay. So that's why I'm wearing this, and that's the story. So before I get on the rebounder, let me just make love a bit of spandex. It hugs you. Yes. Love the pattern. It's perfect. Thank you. Well, let's watch it look better. But I want to show y'all, look, I feel like I'm getting thinner around like my shoulder area. Like that. Can y'all see? It just like it's everything's kind of more not as cushion, you know, there's not a lot of as much, let's just say as much. It's not as much fluid in between the skin and the bones. One last thing. Oh my God. Y'all, yesterday I found a DVD and I posted, if y'all are not on my Avanti Wellness podcast, or no, Avanti Wellness Motivational Support Group on Facebook, that's where I have the ability right now to post things. So I found this DVD on TV, on YouTube. It's so good. He talks about the difference, and what made me think about it is touching here. He said that when you're in a dry state in your body, your cells are all tight and next door to each other like peas in a pod. But when you're in a wet state in your body on the inside, your wet state is full of fluid. And so the cells are like swimming in fluid. And that's what this lymphatic drainage is releasing and opening the floodgates to let all of my excess fluid out. And that's why things are looking tighter and not as fluidy. So I can't wait. Okay, here we go. Got to get our 10 minutes. Is anybody else rebounding? Woohoo, starting to show the bones grow. Exactly. It's starting to show the bones. Look, I got some tendons. I can show y'all tendons. So anyway, is anybody else rebounding? I'm curious. I'm glad I'm inspiring y'all to get one. Oh man, that tastes so good. It's got kind of a mint, kind of an effervescent mint flavor. All right, let's knock out 10 minutes, y'all. Yesterday I did 15. I didn't even know it. Like, that was crazy. I don't know how that happened. Alexa, give me 5 minutes. She got it on the first try. Okay, cool. Here we go. So another thing I want to tell y'all before y'all have to jump off is that I was watching that DVD, that guy, like, it's an old DVD. It's from probably 1985. The guy's from South Africa. Let me see if I can remember his name. Oh, his name is Keith something. So if you find Keith from South Africa, he's got an old DVD and a great accent, and he's talking about the benefits of rebounding. One of the things he talks about, oh my God, I'm going to try to repeat what he said. He said that your body has to clean the dishes. And what he was referring to, and it made so much sense, he said, how did he say this? Okay, here, let me try to describe the analogy. He said, imagine you have a dinner party and you make 8 plates of food and one person doesn't show up. So you put that food from that one dinner party night in the refrigerator. The next night, you have another dinner party. He's talking about the cells, how the cells work and what you need to do for your body. You have another dinner party the next night. Again, the guy doesn't show up. You have to put his food in the refrigerator for storage. Day 3, make a dinner party. Guy doesn't show up. And he just said, he showed us these plates stacking up, stack. So you have 30 days of dinner parties and the same guy never shows up. And you have 30 days of plates left over sitting in your refrigerator. What is going to happen to those plates? They're going to get old and gross and mildewy and bacteria and be stinky and dirty, and you need to clean them out. And he said, doing rebounding in the morning, or just doing rebounding anytime, I think, he said, it's like cleaning the dishes from the dinner party the night before. And he's referring to the fact that when we sleep, our body is going through a process of cleaning out, it's making new cells, and it's cleaning out the old cells, and the stronger cells get to stay, and the bad cells have to leave. But if you don't open the door, open the gates, open the floodgates to let all that fluid out, then the bad cells won't be able to leave and exit and have a clean, like only clean cells in your body life. And so I thought that was I hope that made sense to y'all. But he just basically said, every day you have to clean your dishes. And what he's referring to is you have to let the floodgates open. And because the lymphatic system does not have a pump, there's no heart, there's no lungs pumping it, there's no stomach for the digestive system pumping it. It is its own system and only gets pumped when you like rebound, walk, run, jump, like some other things where you're using that muscle is the pump. When you're using your calf muscle. So like me, my whole point is I don't want to get dressed, put on my tennis shoes, and go for a 40-minute walk to get value. I'd rather do 10 minutes right here in the warmth of my home. It's 44 degrees outside right now. I don't want to go out, get in this cold weather, try to bundle up. My mom used to bundle up. She used to put hats and scarves and gloves, anything, because rain or shine, she went. Rain, snow, or shine, she went for her walk no matter what. And so I'm trying to emulate her role modeling because she lived a healthy final 17 years of her life from 70 to 87. And I want to be like that. I want to be healthy from my final years. And I'm 55, so I'm getting pretty much a 15-year head start on my health. But after she died this year, it really got me thinking, it's time to get serious. It's time for me to do something. It's time for me to stop playing around. Like, Alexa, give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes is over. See, it's almost over. Alexa, stop. Alexa, what time is my timer? Okay, I just wanted to make sure she was still timing me because she kept doing the timer sound when I thought she had stopped, when I said add 5 minutes. So it's going. I'm only going to do hopefully 5 minutes more. So anyway, so she inspired me. So my commitment for myself is at a minimum 10 minutes. However, if I can't do 10 minutes in the morning, I'm going to commit to 1 minute of lymphatic activation no matter what. And so that's why having my rebounder easily accessible, roll it out against the wall behind the treadmill, put it out, hold on to my trusty treadmill here, and do a 1 minute bounce is enough for the day. Okay, one final thing that I want to tell you all, and then I'll put in my 3 minutes reps, and we'll be saying goodbye for the day, is I heard also, I think on that DVD or somewhere, I'm like watching a lot of stuff about rebounding so I can continue to learn and integrate it into my head. Another thing I heard is, I think it was like these two girls, they're like twin sisters. I think their channel is called I Just Bounce or something like that. Anyway, they're like fitness models. They're like fitness competition, where you go like that and you wear the bikini. So I heard them say something about when you do the really, crazy bouncing, that releases cortisol. But the healthiest way to burn fat is to just do something as simple as what I'm doing, like a light bounce. And like I said yesterday, the reason I lift my knees, like this, is because my knees are heavy. And I feel like it works my core better here. I can feel the muscles right here when I lift my knees. So I do lift my knees, although I think you can just lift like that, like I'm getting up on the balls of my foot and coming down. I think that, because that uses that soleus muscle. But, hey, I'm doing an experiment. I don't really know. We're going to see. So far, this is what I've been doing, and so far, this is working. So we'll see. My experiment and my goal is just to be consistent. I'm not changing my diet. I'm just doing this. I want to see what will happen if you don't put all this pressure on yourself to do like this amazing life where you completely transform everything all at once, and then you get burned out. So I'm just going to lock in my habit and my routine of rebounding, whether I eat a piece of pizza or not. And frankly, how many of you know healthy, fit people who eat a piece of pizza every once in a while, but they have a regular exercise routine and they stay fit? So that's what I want. I want to be able to do moderation, go to Europe, have a pastry, eat some pasta, and exercise. I mean, those guys walk all the time, the Europeans, and they're healthy and fit. Look at the French. They have all those pastry shops and they eat French bread, and they're fit and healthy. Very rarely do you see obese French people. I mean, I know they probably exist, but it's not the culture. And really, when you go to Italy, 20 years ago, there was no plus size fashions. There were just old lady skirts and fashion, nothing for a young person. So I was 20 years old and I wasn't this big. I was 190 pounds when I lived in Italy. But still, it was hard. I mean, anything above a size 14 just was rare. So I was probably more like a 16 at that time, size 16. So I think my buzzer's gonna come here soon. And then look, voila, 10 minutes is over. Done. Zilch. There it is. Can y'all hear it? What? Alexa, volume 10. I want y'all to hear it. Alexa, volume 10. Oh, she doesn't change the volume of her alarm sound. So Alexa, stop. So we're going to do the 20-second countdown, my little HIIT training, okay? Here we go. That's just something I made up. Here we go. I got to get my breath. Ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do I say? Blast off! Oh, this is going to look good with these sleeves. Blast off! Woo! Blast off! I think I could fly away. Oh, I better get my feet straight. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. Y'all, this gives you energy. This gives you mental health. This gives me joy. I'm happy. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you, I was laying in bed last night and my cells were just dancing inside my body. I was like, oh, my cells are dancing. I can feel it. There's activity going on. My system feels alive like it hasn't been in 20 years. And I'm also more in tune with it. So I'm going to do my little stretch. and then I'm going to come in and see if y'all wrote anything, and then we're going to say goodbye. So here's my stretch. This smells so good. Y'all got to try this on the rebounder. By the way, my knees do not hurt. My back does not hurt when I rebound. And I think I do have the soft mat rebound. Let me see if it says it. Okay, I'm going to see. Yeah, it just says Needak, made in the USA. Mine is foldable. Here's a old pine needle. Okay, let's see. Let's see if y'all had any questions. Last night I got started decorating for Christmas. Here, I'm trying to decide if I should put anything on this. Can y'all see that? It's like an old tree, metal tree, like a money tree. And I put like, last year I used it as a centerpiece, and I had a party and I hung those like European chocolate ornaments, like the little soldiers that are chocolate foil chocolate, you know, like they have in Europe. So let's see if y'all have any questions for me before I go. That's why intermittent fasting is so very good for you. Ooh, starting to show, Kathy said, starting to show bones. That's so funny. Facebook user, chlorophyll has the same chemical components as human blood. Yes, I actually said something like that. Good morning, Lydia. The journey is better together. So glad to find a happy companion. We are headed to delightful health and happiness. Yay, Facebook user. I'm sorry, I don't know who the Facebook user is. It just says Facebook user. And I can see that Kathy is listed as Kathy. So I can call her out specifically. But the Facebook user who, if you're still on, Facebook user who wrote about chlorophyll, type in just put your first name. I want to be able to know who you are so we can create community. So I am, guys, 21 subscribers away from being able to see what YouTube offers for me to turn on that community button. So I'm super excited. But yes, I did know that about human blood. Isn't that interesting? Look at that. Chlorophyll has the same consistency as human blood, and it oxygenates the blood. Also, let me see if there's a drop in here. I'll show y'all. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it comes. Ooh, look. Can y'all see that? It does look like human blood. Let me see. Oh, look, it's even dripping like blood. I can't tip my hand too far because it's gonna fall. Let me see if I can turn the camera. Look at that. Oh, I didn't want it to drip on my carpet. Look at that. Looks like blood. She's right, guys. Chlorophyll has so it has iron, magnesium. I have human blood on my teeth. So it has the consistency of human blood. Ugh. Okay, guys. So fun having you. I try to get on here around between 8:30 and 10. So who knows? I don't know when I'm going to get on. But thank you. Okay, so woo, that was invigorating. Thank you. Yes, it creates much joy. I pray for for joy and peace. This helps so much. Have a blessed day. Dear girl, see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for coming on. I'm going to continue drinking my chlorophyll. Bye.